From one striking performance to another, Alex Caruso played a pivotal role for the OKC Thunder's Game 7 win over the Nuggets. Caruso took on the task of guarding Nikola Jokic in Game 7. He gave up 6 inches in height and nearly 100 pounds. He battles Jokic here in the paint. Jokic isn't able to catch the pass, goes out of bounds for the Nuggets turnover. Thunder leading by 3 here. Caruso again playing good defense, denies Jokic the ball, which leads to Jokic missing the layup. Then Jokic gets his own rebound and is stripped. Caruso again here with OKC leading by 11, steals the entry pass to Jokic, finds Jalen Williams on the break for the layup. Nuggets average 0.78 points per play when Caruso was the final defender on Jokic in Game 7. Thunder leading by 60-46 at the half. SGA, though, would put on an MVP performance in this one. Gets the steal, finishes the breakaway dunk. Thunder leading 66-46 and said, let's make it a 23-point game, and does. Not done yet. Caruso steals the ball from Jokic, throws a no-look behind the back pass to SGA. He's having fun with this one.
You know who this is? The MVP.
They are having a great time. Gilgeous-Alexander, 35 points. That's the second most in a winner-take-all game in Thunder franchise history. They win 125-93 and advance to the Western Conference Finals.
And with more, our NBA champion, Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins, joins us now. Youth is not wasted on the young in the West, Perk, where it's Wolves v. Thunder. What are your initial thoughts on this conference championship matchup?
Woo! It's going to be a brawl for it all. I think we're in for a 7-game series. I'm excited to see SGA and Ant-Man go at it. I'm excited to see Julius Randle and Chet Holmgren go at it. I'm excited about these young dogs competing at a very high level. When you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, right, this is their first time being in the Western Conference Finals. This is Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves' second time back-to-back, and they're not satisfied. So I'm looking at it right now, and I'm thinking SGA is probably going to get announced in the next couple of days that he's going to win the MVP. And we know how Anthony Edwards loved to attack the top dogs and dethrone the people on the way to his journey of trying to win a championship.
So it could be a classic series. By the way, the team split their regular season meetings. Game 1, Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. Perk, in the East, it's like the mid-90s all over again, right? Knicks and Pacers, two of the best hoop towns in the game. What are some things, Perk, that might decide this series?
Well, it's going to come down to the play of Karl Anthony Towns. That's what it's going to come down to. I mean, when he's playing with the right mindset, when he's being aggressive in the low post area, when he's taking advantage of mismatches, the Knicks are a completely different team. And I'm looking at the Knicks and I'm saying, this is the same team that knocked you guys out of the playoffs last year. Y'all should be ready to get y'all lick back. When it comes down to adding Karl Anthony Towns, adding Mikal Bridges, now OG Anunoby is healthy. Remember, Josh Hart, he was injured, and Jalen Brunson was injured through that series as well. But this Pacer team, they are the truth. Well coached by Rick Carlisle, great leadership in the closer in Tyrese Halliburton, and I can't sing enough praises for Miles Turner, who has been flying under the radar all season long when it comes down to being one of the elite bigs in today's game on both ends of the floor.
Ask Cleveland just how good this Indiana team is, and they'll tell you. Game 1 in the East, Wednesday, 8 Eastern from MSG. Great work from Big Perk, and we'll be watching NBA Today, 3 Eastern on ESPN. That's Kendrick Perkins. Many thanks.
So the odds on ESPN Bet favor the Thunder pretty heavily in the conference finals. Their minus 350 odds translate to an implied probability of over 75%. Minnesota comes back at nearly 3-1, making it the second time they're underdogs in a series, along with the first round meeting with the Lakers. What this win meant.
There's not many games you wake up in the morning and you know that you're going to remember the game for the rest of your life, and Game 7's one of them. If we just bet on who we are individually and collectively, we're a really hard team to beat. You want them to get these sorts of things because they deserve them, and not everybody always gets what they deserve, but this team deserves these types of opportunities, and I was just really happy for those guys.
We can win no matter the environment, no matter the type of game. It could be ugly, it could be pretty, it could be high scoring, it could be low scoring, it could be a lot of free throws, it could be no free throws. Like, no matter what it is, we can find a way to win. And I think that's very important this time of year. We play a really good team in the Timberwolves, and we got to try to beat them 4 times before they beat us 4 times. And that's all I'm worried about, all our team is worried about. Like Dub just said, just trying to be where our feet are in the moment and see what's in front of us and try to attack it and come out on the right end of it. I think that's why we've gotten this far in the season, and we're going to continue to do so.
All right, so with the Thunder win, a fan base is guaranteed to see something for the first time in quite a while. All 4 franchises in the conference finals are on NBA title droughts of at least 35 years. The Thunder and Knicks haven't won one since the 70s, while the Timberwolves and Pacers have never won one. One team that won't be celebrating, the Denver Nuggets. Here's Jokic on this Nuggets team.
Do you feel like this team could still win a championship as it's put together now?
I mean, we didn't, so obviously we can't. If we could, we will win it. So I don't believe in those if stuff. So we had the opportunity, we didn't win it. So I think we can't, and we will see, But from now, like next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of beer probably.
I would really appreciate it if there were a couple of days in between games in the playoffs instead of every other day, a travel day and a recovery day, just two days. I think the product of the game would be a lot better, just to give all these professional athletes just one more day of rest, and you would see a higher level of basketball, probably less blowouts.
Basketball analyst Jay Billis joins us here on SportsCenter. All right, Jay, the Thunder started off a little bit slow, took off in the second quarter, never looked back. What stood out to you in their must-win game today against Denver?
Yeah, I thought it was OKC's best game of the playoffs. They were relentless defensively. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was MVP worthy in this game. He had 35 points, went 12 of 19 from the field. But it was really the dominant defense, and I thought it was exhibited by Alex Caruso, who wound up guarding Nikola Jokic on several possessions throughout the course of the game. And Oklahoma City, throughout the course of that 7-game series, really kept the body on Jokic and then kept length behind him, whether it was Isaiah Hartenstein who was guarding him with Chet Holmgren behind, or you had Caruso taking him on in this game, getting up underneath him, making things difficult. It was not Jokic's best series, but you have to give credit to Oklahoma City. Their defense is just relentless. Great ball pressure, great rotations. Their closeouts are always on point, and they do a great job protecting the rim.
22 forced turnovers from OKC, which contributed there to Jokic's frustrations, as you said, Jay. But we have to give the Nuggets a little bit of credit here. They took a top team to 7 games. So why couldn't Denver get it done?
Well, that's a great point. You have to give Denver a lot of credit. They fired their coach and general manager with 3 games to go in the regular season, and then went on a very nice playoff run under David Adelman. But I think they just kind of ran out of gas in a way. They were banged up and injured. Michael Porter Jr. had the shoulder. He was great in Game 3, but it was really difficult for him to fight through that. And then in Game 7, Aaron Gordon had that hamstring issue, and he's fought a calf issue throughout the course of the season, missed 31 games. Anytime you have those soft tissue injuries, they're really difficult to deal with. But that really made Denver vulnerable in Game 7. And they were vulnerable throughout the course of the series, but they do deserve a ton of credit for stretching this out to 7 games, because Oklahoma City won 68 games throughout the regular season. Mark Daignault and his staff have done a great job with that team. They are legit.